Star Marvel 718. This is going to be my thoughts, reviews, theories on chapter 1014 of One Piece, A Long Time Ham Actor. As soon as I read that title, first thing I was thinking, this nigga Kanjo was back. I'm like, oh, here we go, man. Here we go. But it was not Kanjo centric, so it's not too bad. Can't complain. This chapter, I definitely gotta admit, was fire. This was a fire chapter. This was a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna get that out right in the beginning. So this way you guys don't have to go through the long-winded instructions like I always do. This is a fire-ass chapter. Yo, Kaido's still talking shit, but the shit talking that he's saying got me thinking, because he was saying, like, you're not Joy Boy either when he's saying that to Luffy. Was there another canon you thought that was Joy Boy? So that makes me think that Kyle pretty much have history of the world, and do he actually know the true history, like the Void Century saying about Joy Boy? Because pretty much we suspect that the only people actually know about Joy Boy, outside like the Roger Pirates, the White Bear Pirates, and the world government. I didn't think Kaido knew about Joy Boy, so that's actually pretty interesting. That got me actually thinking, um, how deep is this man's playing for World War? So like I thought that was cool. Um, Another thing, Momo saying that he can't die, which automatically makes Momo endgame, which means Luffy meeting Momo now was not like, just for like this little small arc. This means Momo is definitely someone who's needed for the final war, and I still feel that Momo is, like Shirahoshi is the Sea King Queen, yeah, Sea King's Queen. I think he's gonna be the Land King's king, which I think is gonna be like maybe a herd of elephants, a herd of Zoles, Zanishas. So that's what I'm thinking. But like that part right there, like say, like, you guys see like that, I just got the gears just grinding. I'm sitting back like, yo, Oda, what are you doing, man? Like, you put all these little pieces here and there, and now you bring everything together. This is gonna be fire. Chopper, Chopper's actually having a decent fight. Like, he's not winning against Queen, but just seeing Chopper actually putting up decent, you know, action, I thought was cool. But the best part about him having a flashback with Caesar Clowns, him Caesar Clown was pretty much experimenting with Rumble Ball. So instead of him going from 3 minutes, now he's up to 30 minutes, and he was saying that he don't know if it's going to be kind of bad reaction. Me personally, I think what's going to happen, because Chopper is going to be in his transform state much longer. I think it's going to give Chopper a permanent mutation. So I think this is always a way of giving Chopper an upgrade. I feel because he's going to be a Monster Point so long, now he's going to be able to jump to Monster Point and all other points without the Rumble Ball. And I think he's going to get a new mutation, because that's pretty much what he's doing. He's mutating his body. He's playing God with his own body. So I think he's going to get like a crazy mutation where he can mix like Monster Point with Muscle Point and Horn Point and make some kind of crazy amalgamation of himself. So can't wait for that. Can't wait to see what Oda does with that. Let me see. Bao Wong pretty much sending out information saying that Luffy was defeated and letting everybody on the island know, which now, like, the alliance of the pirates and Saiyans, they thinking, like, we see Zoro and Sanji pretty much saying, like, bullshit. Luffy's not losing. Like, that's not happening. And that's why I respect number 2 and 3. I don't care. Anyone's take is Sanji and Zoro is still number 2 and 3 in this team. I know a lot of people still see Zoro as number 2, but not people gonna say like Yamato can be 3, or even Jinbei's 3. Sanji's Sanji for a reason. He's 3 o'clock. His 3 is in his name. He's gonna always be 3. I don't want to hear it. Let me see what else. Fuck Pearl. I'm sorry. Pearl. I see Pearl shooting candy arrows in Chopper's back. Because originally I seen the arrows in Chopper's back, I'm thinking it was like from the Beast Pirates, and Chopper's just pretty much manning through the pain and just fighting Queen on something like, you know what? My captain's gonna be king of all pirates. It's just a flesh wound. But seeing that that's Pearl, fuck Pearl. Like I Big Mom should have killed him when she had a chance, so she should have aborted him. She should probably should have swallowed him. I'm sorry. I do not like Pearl Sparrow, but he's a good villain, and he makes the story progress, and he give you he's like the fruit. He gives somebody to hate, and that's him. Let's see, quick other straw. I like how Oda gives like these little small panels to see what the other straw hats is doing. Actually, I mentioned was Zoro and Sanji saying there's no way Luffy could have lost. Um, but the one panel that got me was that bottom right panel, seeing who's who fighting Jinbei in his human form. Like because when we got introduced to him, like when they first did the first matchup, you seen that it was him in his full Zoran Sabretooth form, but then he went back to his human form. So kind of kind of wonder what Oda was doing with that. Because I figured like he would either stay in his full Zoro form or be like maybe his higher form Zoro against Jinbei. So why would he like downgrade himself to his human form? So I thought that was pretty interesting. Let me see. Oh, and then now talking about who's who. Look at this. Talking about another villain, Conjuro. I know how a lot of people don't like Conjuro because he's pretty much a traitor to Odin and the rest of the Red Scabbards. I actually like Conjuro the way his character is written because he's an actor given a script, right? And he's so dedicated to his craft to where he played, that ally, that best friend, that brother in arms to the Nine Red Scabbards and also to Odin. But then also because he's part of his script is working with Orochi and Kaido, he's playing it to the best of his teeth, and just even seeing how when Kiko went in and tried to attack him, and pretty much she couldn't do it because to me the way I feel, Kiko's like the heart of the group. Because if I remember, I believe it was the Red Scabbard, she's the youngest, so she's the heart of the group, and she couldn't take it upon herself to actually striking down someone who felt was an ally, even though like the truth came out and everything. So I thought like that dynamic between Kiko and Contra was very nice. I like how because even like the way she explained herself, she said biologically she's a man, but she has the heart of a woman. And just seeing that, she's like, you know what, I can't strike you down. And even when he was like transforming his Odin, like she know that's him. Like this is like her third time going against him, realizing like this is the enemy. But because she still have like that hatred with Contra, she just couldn't do it. And then of course, the leader of the Red Scabbards, Kinemon, came in and gave. I'm guessing it's the final block. I'm guessing Contra was pretty much down for the count. Hopefully he is. But like the part that I thought was like beautiful about like his death scene, where he pretty much said to Kinemon, like, you always was my best friend. See, I don't know if that's like part of his script, but just him saying that, saying like, you always been my best friend. I thought that was beautiful. It's like, you know what, you love him, you hate him, you despise him, but then again, there's like a little bit of redemption for him saying that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like Oda's doing like his damnedest with writing these characters. Like he's making characters where you hate, Sparrow, Orochi, but then there's characters you hate, despise, but then there's like a little bit of redemption, which was Contra. So I like how he has these multifaceted characters and things like that. Um, let's see nothing. Who the hell is Momonosuke listening to? Like, who is he hearing? At first, I thought it was maybe the Sea Kings because Luffy fell in the water. Maybe because the Sea Kings sense who Luffy is because like Joe Boy, he's a child destiny type of thing, and maybe because they sense Luffy, they was like talking amongst themselves, and because Momonosuke is there, I'm guessing like he's hearing those voices because I don't think it's Zoe because he already talked to Zoe, and Zoe's voice should be familiar with him since he gave Zoe an order to attack Jack and things like that. So I'm really wondering um, who it could be. I've seen people saying that because of the catchy dolls and like how one was based off of like Buddhism and like spirituality, things like that. Made moments saying like spirits because of like the holy tree that Big Mom destroyed, which I thought could be. But I'm thinking it could be something that's more like Endgame. That's what I'm thinking. It could be the Sea Kings like trying to rescue Luffy, or maybe even like I heard somebody else said like since Momonosuke is supposed to be one of the ancient weapons, he could be like the king of the Land Kings if they introduce that. Because remember when Odin fought against that giant white boar, that was the mountain god, Land Kings, and there's a herd of them. Maybe that's what Momonosuke is hearing. He's hearing them talking, and maybe it was like by the water and whatever. Because I guess because where they're from, if I remember right, Ashura Doji and this dude, when this dude put that area, Mount Atasayama, I think it is, put it on fire, and I think that was like their land area. So maybe because he put that area on fire, they got moved away. So maybe they got moved closer to like the shore. So that's why they was able to, Mono was able to hear them. So that's why I'm kind of like thinking that's the little mini theory thing that I came up with. Said poor Kiku, Conjuro. Now for the end of the chapter, I'm glad we're not on break, but seeing Kinemon take that Thunder Bagua, but not usually Thunder Bagua was like, a nice little swing. Kaido coming down on him like that while Shinobu escaping with Momonosuke. I think this is definitely the end for Conjuro. Conjuro. Kinemon. Sorry, it's a lot of K's for Kinemon. I actually like Kinemon, even though like his character in the beginning, when he was introducing Punk Hazard, I was kind of like iffy about him. But and even with the fart jokes, it was like hit or miss with me. But like seeing like all that he went through and him pretty much being like Momonosuke's stepfather, and he actually did raise Momonosuke, in Odin's absence for just reasons. I thought this was like a wolf in the end. Like he went down fighting. Well, we don't know he's dead, but I'm speculating he's dead. But like this was a very good chapter, man. Like Oda, you did your thing, man. Like I always say, you're feeding this, man. You cooking for your kids, you're feeding this. But this video was long enough. Let me just end it off here. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like I always say, man. Star Marvel 718. Let's have a conversation.